Hello everybody, this is David Bucinelli, founder of Studio 16 Architecture. Welcome to Touchpoints. In this series, I tell you about the people and events that have shaped my life and career and hope that they somehow have impact on you and have you thinking about the people and events that have influenced your life and career. Well, today is episode 6, and I'd like to tell you about my old friend Rob Rocco. Rob I met way back when we were both working at Macy's. This is in the 80s. And he also has a connection to Tom DeFazio, who I profiled in the first episode because we were all friends, so we all hung out together. So Rob had wound up working for a company called JLS Construction back in the 90s. Now, I was looking to make a move from the firm that I was working for and experience other areas of the world of architecture. So JLS Construction was an interior design and construction firm, and their work was dedicated to office interiors primarily, and they had several big clients at the time. And they needed a job captain, so I would run the drafting operations, and I got the job. So in the year and a half or so that I worked for them, I learned a lot, and it was a crash course in the world of corporate interiors. And it was immersion because there were insane deadlines. I remember we worked on a project for like 2 weeks straight. I mean, we're talking nonstop. Saturday, Sunday, it was brutal, but it was an amazing learning experience, not only in the world of corporate interiors and how to actually design an interior of a building, but in also the management of workflow and the documentation of the project that had to happen in order for it to be built. So if I hadn't met Rob, and Rob hadn't worked for JLS, I wouldn't have gotten that job, and then I wouldn't have learned everything I learned about interiors. And why am I saying this? Because interiors have been a huge part of the practice at Studio 16 Architecture. From the real first breakout project, which was the St. Clair's preschool and parish center back in 2000-2001, up to the most recently completed corporate interior located at 603 Madison Avenue, where Studio 16 is located. That project was on the second floor and executed for the landlord for a tenant. And it has had great impact on the tenant. So thank you to Rob for introducing me and telling me about the job at JLS Construction and arranging for the interview. And then here we are. I'm still doing, and the firm is still doing, interiors. It's a specialty of ours. It's something that we really love to do. And there's enormous potential for innovation and impact in a positive way for the occupants of interiors that we design. And it's all thanks to that meeting of Rob Rocco way back in the 80s. So that's just another one of the stories, and I'd love to hear from you about the touch points in your life. Drop it in the comments and let us know when these things have happened to you and the impact that they have had. We premiere every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. on Instagram and LinkedIn, and 6:30 p.m. on YouTube. So check them out, like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.